Okay, so the next game that we're talking about is Zooloretto, which came out in 2007. It's ages 8 and up, 2 to 5 players. It takes about 45 minutes. It's rated a 6.9 out of 10. I believe that has fallen a little bit over time. Its overall rank is 609 out of over 15,000 games. And its family rank is 138 out of over 1,600 different family games. So let's take a look at how to play.
All right.
So you'll see that it's a set collection game, and there's different animal types. In fact, I'm missing a flamingo. Let me get that out real quick here.
Oh, yeah, you are.
So let me add that. I found it in the stack. There we go. And depending on the number of players, if it's a 3-player game, 2 of these animal types would be taken out. So you might take out the lions and the kangaroos. A 4-player game, you'll play with 1 less type of animal, and a 5-player game, you'll play with all the animals. And so there's 11 animals per type, and there's 2 sets of males and females. And so if you happen to place, and what you're doing is you're grabbing these off the trucks, and if you happen to grab, not at once, you can have one already there and you get it later. So if you have a male and female in that particular enclosure, you'll get a baby. And so you have 3 enclosures that you're trying to fill in throughout the game. And so this one here, if you fill it in with 5 animals of the same type, you'll get 8 points. If you fill it in only 4 of the 5 available, you'll get 5 points. And if you fill in with only 3, 2, or 1 animals, you get no points. Also, if you happen to fill it in during the game, you'll get 2 coins, which I'll explain what you use for those. This enclosure is worth 5 if you fill it in completely, worth 4 if you have 1 less. This one's worth 10 if you fill it in completely, worth 6 with 1 less, but you don't get any coin bonus here. Here, you'll get a coin bonus. And you'll see there's spots around here for vending stalls. So if you happen to grab a vending stall that's on the truck and you place it, it's worth 2 points at the end of the game. However, if you get 2 of the same type, you'll only one of these will be worth 2 points. So the basic mechanics of the game is that players will take turns either placing an animal in a truck, spinning coins that they have, or grabbing a truck. So let's say it's the beginning of the game. This player, they place a coin in the truck. The next player goes, and they can either put the elephant here, here, or here. And the reason why you might want to split them out is because, let's say, the second player knows I'm going for elephants, so they might not want to put the elephant with the coin. It would make it more advantageous for me. And so this player might put it here. And at any time, a player could end that current round and grab. So let's say I do grab this one. I get a coin to use. I can't place it here with the elephant. It has to be in a different enclosure. And this goes away. So how do you spend coins? Well, you can buy this expansion for 3 coins, which shows right here, which allows you to add a 4th animal type to your zoo. You could also spend coins. So if I spend 1 coin, I can switch out. Say I don't want to go for tigers anymore. I could switch it out and switch it for camels. And I could, for instance, have a whole bunch of camels in here. That's why I might do that. You could also spend 2 coins to get rid of an animal type out of your barn, because any animal types that are left in your barn at the end of the game are worth -2 points. Or you can buy an animal type in someone else's barn. So let's say the other player has an elephant in their barn. I can give that player 2 coins, and then I add it to my enclosure. So let's take a look at the playback here. And now this is played with our nieces and nephews. They visited, and they're ages 16, 10, and 14. And my son is playing, who's age 19. So this is a great game for all ages. And this is towards the end of the game. And the game ends when all the tiles have been drawn, and you go into this stack of tiles here. So that tells you the end game. So there's 15 tiles in this stack that, why isn't it playing?
I don't know, honey. Oh, shoot.
That's weird.
That is weird. Darn. It was playing earlier.
Oh, huh.
What the heck? Well, you just might have to describe it, honey.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, there it goes.
All right, so the game ends when you go into the stack of 15. And so that means that not all tiles will be available. In this particular game, there was a lot of kangaroos in that stack. So some of my nephews were going for kangaroos, and they could not fill their enclosures. And they didn't know this, that there would be less kangaroos. So you can see on my board here, I'm going for zebras. It looks like tigers and monkeys. I have a bunch of coins. I have nothing in my barn, whereas Christina has a camel in her barn, and so she's hoping that somebody will buy that. And so see how we're taking turns. So I just bought a lion from my son, so now I've completed that enclosure for 10 points. And so I think that was Michael.
No, that's Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah, he put two elephants together. That's interesting. Maybe he's going for that.
Oh, he might be.
Yeah, he is right there. He is going for elephants.
Oh, okay.
So the game is almost over here because we're going to go into the last stack right here.
Oh, as soon as Christina. Oh,
Okay.
she decided to take those away from her brother.
So she took the elephant to complete that, but she has an elephant in her barn.
So hopefully her brother buys it from her.
But that was a good trade-off because she's
Yeah.
going to get 8 points for that. She might lose 2 points for that elephant unless Nick buys it,
Right.
which he might do.
Which he might do.
And for me, I got a stall.
Yep, he's buying it from. Looks like he's going to buy it from Christina.
And yep. And she's talking about, buy my elephant. And he's thinking about it.
He's like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
So he is. He's going to buy it. And so that was a good choice for her. So for him, that was worthwhile because at least he's going to get 6 points for that enclosure.
Right.
Otherwise, if he hadn't bought that elephant, he would have missed out on all points.
Now, David's deciding oh no, David must have taken a cart, so now it was Mike's turn.
Okay, so Mike, he paid 2 to get rid of an animal type. So that
Right.
way, instead of losing 6 points, he's only going to lose 4 points now because he has a panda and it looks like a camel.
That's what it looks like.
So now we're going into the remaining stacks. So everybody knows that has not taken a cart yet. So I'm out this round, and so is David.
Yep.
And so is Christina because they've taken their cart. So it's
Right.
just Michael and Nicholas right now. We're waiting for them to take their carts. And that's when a round ends, is when everybody takes a cart. So let's talk about why we like this game.
Okay.
Oh, got to go to the next slide.
Alrighty then.
So we had a little bit of technical difficulty with that video.
That's okay.
All right, so we've been playing this a long time. When the boys,
Right.
we pretty much got this right when it came out. So the
It's been
boys
years.
were young when
Right.
we first got this.
And it was cute back then, and it's still cute now. The little pictures of the animals are just as sweet as can be. Almost want to keep them as pets. They're so cute and fuzzy. It is real easy to teach and to learn. There's not really much to it, so it doesn't take
Right.
long to learn at all. It's fun to play, and I think it's more fun to play with a bigger group of people. I think 2 players is okay,
No, we don't play
but
we don't play it 2
you
players.
just want to play with
Yeah.
more. It's just more fun. It's a nice light game to play with a big group, especially if it's family. I think it's real fun, and especially if they're kids.
Right.
I think it just is. It's really, really good, and the pieces are nice. The little what do you call them, honey? The carts.
The trucks
The
are
trucks,
wood. The
they're-
coins are wood.
Yeah, it's just nice, solid pieces, and they feel good in your hands. And I don't know, I like it.
Right. Well, you said it's a light game too, which
Yep,
is
it is.
it's not too taxing.
No, not at all.
So that's why I said the same thing. It's a light set collection game. And remember, we come up with these lists separately. We don't. We find out about each other's lists when we put it into the PowerPoint here. It's a cute theme, but being an educator, you have to be aware that it's not politically correct. I mean, you are talking about putting animals in an enclosure, taking them out of their environment.
True.
There's pros and cons to that, of course. I mean, you could talk about saving the species, but then you're also taking away from the natural environment.
True.
So it's an effective gateway game for youngsters. So here you had a game that we were playing from ages 10 to 47, and we all enjoyed playing it. And like I said, we've had this since it first came out, and so the boys were 7 and 9 when we first got it.
Wow.
So
They're
we've been,
little guys.
and in the future we have probably about 80% of the expansions for this. We have the big expansions, a lot of the little expansions. We'll do future videos on the expansions.
That'll be fun.
So it's great for all ages, and like I said, it has interesting expansions.
What did
so-
we rank them, honey?
Well, let's see how we ranked it.
Okay, let's see. Oh,
This time I ranked it higher.
yes, you did.
So I ranked it a 9
Yes, you did.
because I just enjoy playing this more than you guys. Now I can see why you guys might not like playing it. I think I've probably won 90% of the games over the years.
Yeah.
For some reason, we played this game 3 times recently, and I won every time.
Yep.
And I could see that might be a problem for other people to want to play it when they keep on losing.
That's probably one of the reasons why I chose such, an 8 instead of a 9. Because
Right.
I played this. I didn't play it with our nephews and niece when they were just here. I did watch it being played. I just didn't play it. And but when I do play it, I know going in that most likely I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
And I just do the best I can, but I pretty much always lose.
Yeah, so we've played it 7 times since 2016, and being a completist, having been a former comic book collector and things like that, it's hard to not want to get everything for a game that you like. So, again, we'll do some future videos on that, and
That'd be fun.
Again, we highly recommend this. I believe it did win a Spiels of Jars award for Game of the Year, and I think the rating is dropped because a lot of people on Board Game Geek like more complicated games. This is not a very complicated game,
No.
but that's why we like it, because we do like light games.
Oh, yeah.
So we have one more game to talk about this week, and we'll get
All
to
right.
that in a moment.
Let's do it. Woo!